Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. My name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader. Today, if you are new to the channel, welcome and thank you so much for your subscription. If you are returning, welcome back, and it is good to see you. I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. Those I can't go there. But I can answer any of your questions. I answer lots of spiritual related questions, lots of questions related to love and romance, career, finance, interpersonal relations in general. I can answer any of your questions. My basic menu of readings can be found pinned at the bottom of the chat, starting with my basic mini reading. That consists of one question. It is 5 cards and is a donation amount of $7.77 if you donate using Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. If you need to use SuperChat, it is available, and it is $9.99. I then offer my full reading. That consists of 10 cards and can be just one full question or split into 2 individual 5-card readings. That is a donation amount of $14.14, unless you need to use SuperChat, in which it is $20.20. And then finally, I offer my in-depth or expanded reading, which I highly recommend. That consists of 15 cards. That's the max I will use for any reading, and I think it's the best, honestly. It's very, very in-depth, very, very comprehensive. And that can just be one question, or it could be split into one 10-card reading, one 5-card reading, or split into 3 individual 5-card readings. And that is a donation amount of $21.21. If you donate with Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. If you need to use SuperChat, it is $29.29. And as I mentioned earlier, I answer a lot of love and romance questions. That's like the predominant amount of questions that I do answer. And I highly recommend my OG Love reading. If there is someone in your life who you are just curious as to how they are regarding you, whether it's romantic or not, I highly recommend this reading. It's at no additional donation amount and answers 5 questions in one. It tells you what your current person's current thoughts are towards you, their current feelings, their current their current intentions, their general energies towards the connection between you and them, and your general energies. And this can be done with a mini reading, a full reading, or an expanded reading. And on the topic of love and romance, I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. Those I recommend for clients who are currently in a connection with someone. It does not have to be of a romantic nature. It often is, but it doesn't have to be. We have many different soulmates, and they come in many different shapes and sizes and serve many different purposes. But it's a pretty self-explanatory question. We ask your angels, messengers, and spirit guides. We can ask it in one of 2 ways. The first way we can ask it is we ask your angels, messengers, and spirit guides if the person in question is indeed a soulmate of yours. If the answer is yes, they'll explain why and in what context. If the answer is no, they'll explain why not. And then the second way we could ask it is we can ask your angels, messengers, and spirit guides if they give their divinely ordained blessing towards the connection. Again, if they do, definitely confirm soulmate status, and they'll explain why. If not, they'll explain why not. And that is a 10-card reading and is a donation amount of $16.16 if you donate with Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. If you need to use SuperChat, it is $23.23. And then I also offer past life regression readings. Those are really fascinating. There's no limit to the intention behind what we can ask Spirit to illustrate a past life of yours, of which we have many. We have many past lives. Depending on how old of a soul we are, a lot of us have many, many past lives. And we are of different genders, different cultures, all different. Really runs the gamut. I've never had a boring past life reading that I've given to anyone. They're always fascinating. We can ask Spirit to illustrate a past life of yours that can explain an irrational fear. We can ask Spirit to explain or illustrate a past life of yours that can help you navigate the challenges you're facing in this life the best. We can ask them to illustrate a past life that can explain recurring dreams or nightmares you've had. I've been studying past life regression therapy for a very, very long time, and it is very, very therapeutic and very, very illuminating in very, very illuminating when it comes to one's soul and one's overall soul's tapestry and one's psyche overall. And that is a 10-card reading, and it is a donation amount of $19.19 if you donate using Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. If you need to use SuperChat, it is $27.27. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, I would be absolutely honored to read for you. I do need to know your loved one's name, date of birth, date of passing. It's super helpful if you can provide me with a photograph of them, but it's not mandatory. 95% of the time I can get in touch with them, but I do like to check beforehand just in case. Sometimes they've reincarnated, sometimes they haven't gotten to the point where they can communicate. So sometimes I can't get through the first time, but I can the second. There's no real guidebook to it, but just from my professional experience, this is what I've observed. But yeah, 95% of the time I can get in touch with them. So I do like to check beforehand, but I would be honored to read for you if that is something that you are interested in. And those are a donation amount of $35.35 if you donate using Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. If you need to use SuperChat, it is $50.50. And then I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings. The first type of private reading that I offer is by appointment only. It's one-on-one over Zoom, just me and you. You can schedule that with me via email or over on Instagram. And it provides you with not just the convenience of it being on your time and your schedule, but it is absolutely confidential, completely discreet and private. No one's watching it, it's just me and you. You can provide me with all the context and backstory you need. There's no limit to the number of questions we can answer, so long as it's within the allotted time frame. And if we need to extend the time frame, if time permits, I can usually do so. But yeah, it provides you with that one-on-one attention, and I highly recommend it. Getting a private reading with me at least once, because it helps you understand me better as a reader and helps me understand you more as my client. But I strongly recommend it for folks who are dealing with an issue that has multiple layers to it, and heavier context and some more deeper explanation and deeper analysis. So highly recommend private readings. As I mentioned, those are on Zoom. You see me, you hear me, I see you, I hear you, and it's just a free flow. The second type of private reading that I offer is at no additional donation amount, but it isn't one-on-one, but it's for your convenience and also for reasons of privacy and discretion. If you have a question that you need me to answer and you don't see me online, just send me your donation with your question and I can answer it for you. I can answer it for you within, at the very latest, 24 hours, but I can usually get back to you within 1 to 3 hours. Just send me your donation with your question, and I answer it via voice memos over DM, over Instagram, or typed over email, whichever you prefer. So yeah, it provides you with that privacy and that convenience, and is at no additional donation amount. So with that being said, the donation queue is indeed open. So whoever donates will be read for next. Thank you so much. And we just received a donation from Miss Shateria. Hello, love. How are you doing? Hello, girl. How are you doing? Doing good. So Damon asked me on a date. What type of date is he planning? Oh, that is awesome, girl. Congratulations. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so when you when you ask what type of date is he planning, you mean are you wondering if it's like a friend date or a romantic date or like details? Like what did he tell you? Or what did he ask you when he asked you out? That is so cool, love. I love that. See, I knew he liked you, and you knew it too. Like details, you got it. You got it. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Has he given you much details? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What type of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What type of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What kind of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What kind of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What kind of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What kind of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What kind of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What kind of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What kind of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What kind of date is Damon planning on taking Shateria on? He hasn't. He was like, so when are we going to see each other? Oh, so he asked when you guys were going to see each other, but he didn't ask directly, like, will you go on a date with me? It was like, basically he was saying, like, so when are we going to do this? Okay. We have death, 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords reversed, 3 of Pentacles, and the Empress. Okay, so if I'm remembering correctly, yeah, he's the guy who I'm pretty sure hasn't dated in a very long time. I think this is likely the first date that he will have been on in a very long time. And if I'm remembering correctly, I've also said that he really, really likes you, but he also wants to take things slowly. And that's what I'm seeing here. Is he definitely, starting with the death card, he definitely wants to take this. He wants to take this to the next level. You guys are friends right now, and when I say take it to the next level, I don't mean like immediately start like being romantic, but like you guys, he's interested in you, you're interested in him. Let's see what, let's see how we can transform the nature of the connection as it is right now. Seeing each other in person, spending time together face to face, growth, development. And with growth and development, we have the Seven of Pentacles here, which is steady progress. But it is taking things slowly and surely, and it is the smartest thing to do. And I think you're on the same page as him, as if I'm not mistaken. But it's really the smartest way of going about things. I know I've made mistakes in the past by rushing things. I sure know other people have, and I think he might have as well. And he doesn't want to go that route this time. He wants to take things. He definitely wants to plant the seed, for sure, and get things going. But doesn't want to take things really, really quickly. Wants to make sure that if there's going to be something between the two of you, that it has a really solid foundation. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is all about, is establishing a solid foundation with someone. This Ten of Swords reversed is telling me that, again, I truly believe that this is the first date that he's been on in a very long time. This is him not just realizing that he knew he liked you when he met you, but not to sound mean or anything, but he's met girls since that last relationship that he's found attractive or got along with, but was not ready to start dating again. This is the first time that he's realized, like, it's not just that I like this woman, I'm also ready. I've also healed. He's healed he's done a lot of healing. Now, again, I'm not the one to say that he has fully healed, but Spirit's saying that and from what I gather from his energies is he sees that and feels that he's taken enough time to process things. And he definitely wants this to be something that works out well for both of you, something that the two of you both enjoy doing. If you guys go out to eat, he wants to make sure that it's a restaurant that you guys both like. He is not one of those guys at all where it's on his terms. He really wants he wants equality. He wants an equal collaborative effort with any of his partner, with any partner that he has in his life. I like his energy a lot. And he wants this to be collaborative. He wants this to be, he wants to make sure it's convenient for you and enjoyable for you, of course. But he wants to be a gentleman and lead the way and I have every reason to believe that, if a reservation needs to be made, he'll make the reservation, but he will check in with you, make sure, do you like doing this? Do you like this food? Do you like that? Finding common ground between the two of you. And then we finally have this beautiful Empress card here. This is absolutely, as I'm sure you know, absolutely he's talking in a romantic context. Like, so when are we going to see each other again? Not like, when are we going to hang out and be buddies? It's like, so, I want to see you again. When's this going to happen? Because I see you as the divine feminine, my potential divine feminine, Queen of Queens, the Empress. So this is absolutely going to be romantic. You said he's a Scorpio, did you say? He's a water sign? I get the sense that he's a very romantic man, very romantic, and will definitely not love bomb, but appropriately pull out all the stops for you. You're not sure yet. Okay. I get the vibe I'm getting Scorpio energy from him. I thought you had told me he was a Scorpio a while ago, but you're right. Now, yeah, I think you told me you didn't catch his sign, which makes sense. You guys only just met. But even with this death card here, I get water energy from him. Of course, I could be wrong, but I do get very romantic, very traditionally romantic energy from him. Um, so this is going to be nice, love. I fully think that you're going to have a wonderful time, and I mean, yeah, it'll be something that you enjoy. He'll ensure that it's something that you enjoy, that he enjoys, um, and that you can a space with each other and a time with each other where you can really grow and develop this foundation. I'm loving this like McDonald's girl. This is really really lovely. This is really really good energy. Um, so yeah, yeah. It it's been a while since I've been on a date too. I think you mentioned that as well. I think you mentioned that as well. So I've been getting like a lot of mirrored energy. Sorry, one sec. A lot of mirrored energy with the two of you. You wanting to take things slow, as I mentioned. I feel like you guys are on the same page, wanting to take things slowly, but not too slowly, but steady. And there's no right way of doing of dating. I mean, I guess there are certain, yes, there are ways to do it right and certain ways to definitely do it wrong, but there's no rule book. But I think that the way that he's approaching this and the way that you're approaching it is very prudent, very smart, and very, very. There's a lot of potential here, girl. You really like him. He really likes you. And yeah, the two of you have really lovely energy so far. I think it's going to be really good when you guys go on this date. Yeah, I like this a lot. This looks very good, Chateria. Well, that's exciting. That is exciting, love. I don't know. Sounds like you didn't make a date, like a time or anything yet, but I'm sure it'll happen soon. He's definitely got the ball rolling, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen so many people just not get that ball rolling, and he's taken that initiative. That's what's up. We like a man who takes initiative. You're so welcome. You are so welcome, love. Thank you. And you have a wonderful time. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. I would love to know. All right, so the donation queue is once again open. If you have a question, I am here. Whoever donates next will be read for next. Thank you so much. And we just received a donation from Miss Jen. Jen, thank you so much. How are you doing, love? Hi, Sophie. I'm considering relocating to Corvallis, Oregon next year. Oh, I've been to Corvallis. Corvallis is chill. Would that be a good location for me, that area? Thanks. Yeah, let's look into it. Let's look into it. I have been to Corvallis. Last time I was there was during COVID, actually. I went on a little road trip. Okay. It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I have a friend up there who used to live down here to visit them. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis be a good location for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would Corvallis, Oregon be a good place for Jen to relocate? Four of Wands, Eight of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, Five of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands. Is Corvallis far from where you currently are living? I got excited with this first card, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is harmony. It's a happy home. It's like a utopian place. It's very far. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Okay, because I'm not getting a yes, and I'm not getting that this would be a bad place for you, and I'm not getting that it would be a great place for you. I'm getting kind of an in between. You're in Indiana. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. So Spirit is saying that this would ultimately be good for you, but it does stand to reason. I think just logically, it can be sometimes a little daunting and challenging being relocating somewhere far and being a fish out of water, or a new fish in a big pond, because we have this Eight of Cups reversed here, which is Eight of Cups is moving away. We have it reversed here, and that's telling me that it's. I'm not getting that you shouldn't move there, but that there would be difficulties. In fact, the difficulties may be more in the distance rather than the actual location, because I am seeing harmony here. A happy home, harmony, harmonious environment with this Four of Wands. I know you're having issues with your family right now. And I don't know if you have friends out there that you know. But I am getting, with this Ace of Cups reversed and the Five of Pentacles, I am getting some energies of and some loneliness at first. But ultimately, I am seeing Nine of Wands is go forth. This is something that you should go forth with. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's always a challenge to relocate, especially the farther we go. Coming from someone who's been planning on it for years myself, it's daunting, it's challenging, and but it also has its rewards, you know, and that's definitely what I'm seeing here is there would you would feel a little homesick. I think that's really the key word here is a little homesick, even though you're sick of your home. I think that there would be a little bit of homesickness, but I think that you would eventually establish yourself there. Because yeah, Knight of Wands, this is definitely a go forth card. Four of Wands is happy home, happy homestead. Literally like a utopia is like one of the first words that comes to mind when I look at this card. Yeah. So the challenge is acknowledged, but it's a challenge that Spirit is saying that you should absolutely take. The risk is well worth it. In fact, it's not even so much a risk. It's a challenge that's absolutely worth taking because you will find happiness and you will find peace. It just takes sometimes a little while to adjust to a new place. But ultimately, I think this would be really good for you. I know you didn't ask my opinion, but with everything that's been going on with your family, I think, you know, and just giving it a try. If it doesn't work out, you can always move back, you know. And I know that that's also really daunting as well. But it's, you know, nothing set in stone. But I think that overall it would be a good move for you. Yeah. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, love. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you clarity there. And let me know how things go. And I was thinking about your mom's home too, your mom's estate with that Four of Wands. A happy home. You deserve a happy home. You deserve peace. You know, and I think you'll find it there. Thank you again, love. Much love and light to you. Yeah. And I'm kind of dealing with the same thing too. I'm like, okay, should I move here? Should I stay here? And if I do stay here, you know, am I bound there? And yeah, sometimes I know I overthink things a lot, and sometimes oftentimes we often just have to take that leap of faith and things work out in God's plan. Looks good. And we just received a donation from Miss Valerie. Thank you so much, Valerie, love. Let me go ahead and add you here and read. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with overthinking. I mean, it means that, you know, we got a brain on us, and it's good to, you know, take things into consideration and whatnot. And yeah, I am here for you if you want to do a mediumship. Absolutely. I'd love to. I'd be honored. Thank you. Definitely keep me posted. Thank you. Oh, sorry, Valerie. I wrote Valeria. Sorry. It's Valerie. All right, Valerie. Hi, I am a single mom and I have a girl. She's 6. She's very autistic. Her dad's sisters wish her a happy birthday, but they didn't this year. Her dad said to me tonight they are wary of me. Do you feel that to be true? I see a great energy healer and she works on my brain. She has the same overthinking. Night. Aw, that's lovely. Thank you so much. Jen. You have a wonderful night too, love. All I did in the past was send them voice notes, crying, looking support, but that was all. I bought them Christmas gifts even. I just don't get it. Oh, geez. I'm sorry, Valerie. Okay, so you're a single mom and you have a daughter and her dad's sisters wished her a happy birthday, but they didn't this year. Her dad said to me tonight they were worried me. Okay, so are your how would I phrase this? So her dad's sisters. So are your daughter's aunts wary of you? Okay, that's how we'll phrase it. Okay. And what is your sign, Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of her, of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Valerie's daughters, aunts wary of Valerie? And you're a Cancer. Oh, okay, love. Okay. All right. We have 10 of Pentacles reversed. The Moon. 7 of Wands. 8 of Cups reversed. And 4 of Cups reversed. Yes. Yes. They have some kind of, starting with this 10 of Pentacles reversed, they do have some kind of issue with you. There's something regarding distrust with the Moon card here. And I don't know them. I don't know if I've read for you before. So we don't know how trustworthy these ladies are. But for whatever reason, I don't understand what I've done wrong. Yeah, I'm not seeing you have done anything wrong in the cards here. So I'm trying to get to where it's something. There's something that they feel that they're not seeing. There's something that they feel that you're concealing from them, and I'm sure there's nothing that you're hiding from them. I have no doubt. But for whatever reason, they are suspicious. They are suspicious, even though you've done nothing. And it could be just the type of people they are, just judgmental and not gracious and not even trying to understand, just making assumptions, excuse me, and assuming that what they're not seeing is or what they're not hearing or what they're not seeing is something that you're hiding. This is, from what I'm seeing, is it's all in their head. What do you think they're suspicious of? That's what I'm not quite clear on here. I'm assuming you have partial custody of your child? With this 8 of Cups reversed, there's something about you, something about not having fully moved on from something or someone. Now, I don't know if that's his sisters thinking that you haven't moved on from him and thinking that's problematic, or perhaps there was something that they felt. You have full custody, okay. Or that there was something, he lives 5 hours away and they live 3 hours away, okay. So they don't see you taking care of your child. So so that tells me this really is all unfounded suspicions. There's no grounds for where they stand. I'm getting paranoid energy. I'm getting us versus her energy. It's not, it's not kind, it's not gracious, it's not warm, it's not loving, it's not understanding, and it's not valid. It's all assumptions that are that from what I'm seeing here are completely like invalid. He did come over sometimes, and I visited there. Maybe they thought we were getting back together. That could possibly it. That could possibly be it, love. Because I was next to this Eight of Cups reversed. We have this Four of Cups reversed, which is also not being fully over an ending. So I think this has less to do with your daughter and more to do with the father of your child. I don't think that this is them thinking that you're not a good mother. I'm not getting that energy. It's the energy I'm getting is I think she's still into him, and they shouldn't be together. They have their opinions as his sister. I didn't attend their dad's funeral in January. They could be bitter about that, but I'm sure you had your reasons. They're very defensive with this Seven of Wands right here in the center. They're very, very defensive. Are they his older sisters? Because I get older sister energy from them. Like, they're very protective of him. And I'm not defending them, and I'm not giving them excuses. This is not valid. Their behavior towards you, their suspicions, they're unfounded. They're just suspicions. As he told you, he said that they're wary of you. That to me says when you're wary of someone means that you don't trust them. Now, whether that distrust is founded in something solid is not always the case, you know. They are older, yeah. So this is very much assumptive energy, and suspicious energy, unfounded in truths. I get very gossipy energy with the sisters, and yeah, I feel that it has pretty much nothing to do with your daughter and to do with how they feel about you and their brother. That you may not have moved on, and they feel that you guys should not be together and should be fully moved on, which is that's not their place to say at all. Even as his sisters, that's not their place to determine whether someone should be over someone or not. You have full custody of the child. You take care of your special needs daughter, and you do an amazing job. And yeah, it's not about, which makes it so sad because they're taking this out on your daughter. They didn't wish her a happy birthday, yet I'm not seeing this as having anything to do with you mothering your daughter. It's not a judgment against that. I was thinking maybe it would be that, just what, like, why would there be something like that? I was like, is it like they don't like how you mother her or something? And I'm just not seeing that at all in the cards. It has way more. It has everything to do with him, and that's just so unfair to her because she's innocent. She's your daughter. She's their niece. Hey Lorraine, welcome, girl, and thank you so much for your donation, sweetheart. Let me add you here. I was just thinking about you. That's so fun. That always happens. Yeah, so it's on the positive side, it has nothing to do with your mothering skills. You're a great mom, and they see that. Well, they probably don't acknowledge that. What they're seeing and what they're focusing on is just so petty, and they're grown ass women, and this is a child, and they couldn't wish her a happy birthday. They don't need to be friends with you. If they don't want to be friends with you, if they don't want to be warm with you, that's their prerogative. but this is their niece. That's just it's all completely unfounded, Valerie. And I'm really sorry that they're behaving that way towards you. I still don't understand it all. I don't get why they wouldn't wish a happy birthday. They're being mean. They're being mean. It's out of vindication, because they knew it would hurt you. They're mean girls. I don't like using that term. I think it's very, sometimes it just reduces people, but they're mean girls, and they knew it would hurt you, and it has hurt you. They knew how to get you, how to get it where it hurts, you know. Very, very low energy people, and oftentimes you can't make sense of things that are senseless, and they're senseless. Yeah, they really are. They really are. And I have every reason to believe they're bullies, and they were bullies growing up. And this is bully kind of behavior, taking it out on your daughter. And I don't know how it affected your daughter, but I see and feel and hear how it's affected you. And I think that's where they wanted to, that's who they wanted to hurt, is you. So it's completely unfounded, and I'm really, really sorry that they are the way they are. But you keep your head held high, love. You are greater than them. When they go low, we go high, you know. And yeah, mind over matter as well. They don't matter. They don't matter. So do your best not to mind. Easier said than done sometimes, but I try my very best to adhere to that. Yeah, thank you so much, Valerie. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you clarity there. And much love and light to you. I really hope that this abates, and yeah, thank you. Goes away completely. Hope this stops. All right, Miss Lorraine. Hey, love. Let's see here. Am I crazy, or was I being kind of bullied when I first started my job, and now that I'm permanent hire, they're all nice to me? I'm just curious to see what you see. Oh, I appreciate you too, Valerie. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No problem, Lorraine. Give me one sec. All right, Lorraine. I don't think at all that I'm crazy. I'm just really self-aware. For sure. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Was Lorraine being Was Lorraine being bullied when she first started her job? How do I ask? I'm going to ask it this way. Are people nice to you at your job now that you're a permanent hire? I think that's a better way of asking. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she's a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she is a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she is a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she is a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she is a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she's a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she's a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she's a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she's a permanent hire? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are people nice to Lorraine at her job now that she's a permanent hire? The first one is fine too, but I trust spirit will reveal it in this question. Okay. We have 6 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles reversed, Temperance, the Star reversed, and Page of Wands reversed. So what I'm seeing here is, yes, but yes and no. You were not delusional. You weren't imagining things when you felt that there was some like kind of mean energy when you first started. Was it because you were a temporary hire at the time? Not necessarily. It was more they were trying to suss you out and figure out, with this Star reversed card and Page of Wands reversed card, they were which is not, I mean, bullying and being toxic is different from trying to suss someone out. But some people operate differently. That just may have been their way of assessing you. But you're not the, and I'm not making excuses for them. Yes, yeah, this Temperance card, yeah, it was a bit of a test. You're not the first, and you're not the only employee that they've done this to. This happened. This is almost like a hazing ritual in like college. Like they do it with every new employee. They just want they see it this way. Why, which is such a messed up way, but I think a lot of them see it this way. Why bother trying to make friends and extend warmth to someone who may not even be here for a long time, who might just be here super temporarily? And I get the sense that a lot of the people at your work have been there for a while and have seen people come and go, and maybe don't have the most positive social energy reserves. Once I mentioned I spoke to HR, and then they converted me a month or two later, and they're kind to me now, but I feel it's fake. It could very well be fake. I also don't think I'm not getting like hatred. I'm not getting like that they strongly dislike you or anything like that. I really am getting more that they wanted to see, you know, if she's going to be here for a while, then yeah, we'll welcome her into the fold. And I've seen this not just in workplaces. I've seen this in like sororities or even friend groups. Like now that I'm permanent hire, they don't want to test me because I'm more protected. That might be part of it, but what I'm getting more from this with the Six of Cups and this Four of Pentacles reversed is they know you're not leaving now. They know you're on board. And it's not so much about protection, it's more about staying in the present moment with the Six of Cups. Is they don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I get the sense that, yeah, a lot of your coworkers have been there for a while, might be a little bit older, and they're not really the my whole team. I had a feeling they were women too. Yeah, and I had a feeling they were women. Even my managers were being this way. And I feel like, but again, and I'm not making excuses for them, but I feel like they do this with like all new employees. And once they see someone's on board in a more permanent sense, then they bring you into the fold. So I wouldn't necessarily say that they're being fake towards you. Not from what I'm seeing in the cards. I mean, I think I'm the oldest out of my whole group except for my managers. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Have they been there for a while? Because I just get this energy from them that it is rather cliquey, but not in the sense of like you need to be a certain type of way or a certain type of person, but more like they've seen people come and go a lot. Yeah, like a year or two. Okay. It's about 23 to 31. Okay, so pretty young. But I still get this energy. They give me the energy of like older workers who have been there for a while and are like jaded. But super cliquey. It's very mean girl. Yeah, I mean, it does feel cliquey, but because like I told you, it sounds like, yeah, like sorority or something like that, where they were sussing you out. They were more or less testing you, seeing who you were, figuring you out, making sure that you weren't just someone who was going to be there and leave, because they see that happen all the time. And now that you're permanent, they know that sorry, just been distracted. They know that you're a part of the team, and it's a very selfish way. I mean, the way that they see this is incredibly selfish, but one of the main selfish ways they see it is like not extending kindness to someone. Like, it's not worth extending kindness to someone if they're not going to be there for a long time. It's really, really shallow and petty, Lorraine. It's nothing about you as a person. It's all on them. It's just the type of people they are and how this place operates. Now, would I say that they're fake to you? Would I say that you have to worry about them being mean to you? No. I think that they've accepted you now. I think they're like, oh yeah, no, she's one of us. I'm still leaving when I find something better, but it was just weird. I was being bullied because they would speak about me in front of me. And I feel like they were testing you there. And that's mean girl testing. And now it's like, oh, now we like you. Like, don't you like that you're part of our fold now? And you don't want to be a part of that, But I don't feel like it's disingenuous. I just feel like they're disingenuous people in general. But I don't think they're being fake towards you. I think they were testing you, and now they're like, oh, she's cool. Like, I have every reason to believe they actually are saying that. Like, no, Lorraine's chill. Like, but I still wouldn't try. I mean, that's just what I'm getting from the cards and from the energy. But I still, I would still just keep to yourself as much as you can. And be warm, be kind to them, of course. As you are, you're a lovely girl. But those are people you can't fully trust. People that behave that way. I do trust that they think that you're cool, and they think they're so cool that they think that, like, oh, she must be so happy now that we've like accepted her now. It's real mean girl, popular girl energy. I'm warm and polite because we work together, but I'm not too friendly. And that's all you need to be. That's all you need to be is warm and polite. You don't need to be friendly. You don't need to be making jokes. You don't need to be talking about your personal life or their personal life. Just keeping it polite and warm. You're a nice girl. Like you're honest. You're legit. Yeah, but you also won't take crap. You know, you won't let people tread on you. You went to HR. You made sure that stopped, and it did. But I also do think that they do this with all the new employees. I really do. I really do. And as you said, I think the managers, they're aware of it. They do it too. You know, like for example, there's this girl who comes to my department because she helps one of my coworkers with accounting. And when she walks away, my coworker grabs the spray and says she smells musty. She sprays when she leaves all the time. It's that behavior. Yeah, that's rude. That's really catty. That's really catty. Like if you really don't think if you really feel someone like smells really nasty and like I would wait till everyone had walked away, then I would spray my stuff and I wouldn't say a word. You know, like I wouldn't even tell her like, hey girl, you might want to like bathe more. Like, no, that is so rude. That is like, what is that? That is so high school. That is so high school. Oh my god, like it smells so musty. Ew. It's those girls. We all knew them. Yes, my managers do it too. It's so sad, and these are grown women. Yeah, that's pathetic. It really is. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to high school every day. I'm sorry, love. I've heard it. You know, they say that high school never ends. A lot. I feel it too. Like, it's tough being self-employed, but I am employed at one place, and it can be tough when you're working with other people. It's a lot tougher, and it feels like high school. I feel like most jobs I've had, like corporate jobs, it becomes high schooly. Anywhere you get a group of people together, working together. Good. That's good. That's good. And keep looking for other positions, as you mentioned. But before I wanted to quit every day, yeah. But it's gotten better. And I truly think that it's not. I don't think things are going to go back to being how they were. I think that things are going to be peaceful. But I also continue looking for other positions and see how things go here. But yeah, I'm glad that they've stopped, and I don't see them starting again. You're so welcome. You are so welcome, Lorraine. Thank you. I hope I brought you clarity there. Yeah, you're not imagining anything. Those people exist for sure. For sure. Yeah. So the donation queue is once again open. So whoever donates next will be read for next. I've been okay. I've been well. I'm at my parents' right now. My kitty cat is doing super awesome. So I'm just spending as much time as I can here. So that's not fun. But other than that, I'm good. I'm good. Getting ready for school to start again, work with my other job. I still have this thing on my eye, which is driving me bananas because I had not one but 3 photo shoot offers in the past week, and I had to tell them, like, can you wait like maybe a week or 2? Like, I don't want you photographing my eye. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, she's not herself. she's older, we've taken her to the vet. We don't know exactly what it is. It could be the C word. We don't want to put her through surgery and hell. So we're just taking it one day at a time. Sorry, I don't want to talk about it so much. Sorry. But yeah, no, she's okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Any love, any prayers? She needs them for sure. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, and the eye thing, yeah, I have to see. I've seen 2 doctors already. I finally got my reference for the ophthalmologist. Went through today. I have another doctor's appointment Friday morning. I want to see them in person because I've just been doing telephone appointments. And I'm hoping that if I see the doctor Friday morning, he can refer me to the ophthalmologist sooner and I can just get this surgically removed because I'm not into this. I think it is going down. It's not as ugly as it was before, but not really fun when your job is to show your face. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm glad things have gotten better over. That's the thing with styes is I've had styes in the past, and this is the weird thing is I get maybe like 2 or 3 styes a year tops since I was like younger. And the styes that I've never seen a sty. Whenever I've had a sty, it never shows. It just hurts and then resolves itself after like 2 or 3 days. I got this sty almost a month ago. It was the day after my brother's wedding. And then after a week, my eyelid started getting puffy. I'm like, what? And then by the time I got home, it was a full-on, like, it looked like a pimple on my eyelid. And I've never had that before. It's a sty just like any other sty, but I guess it just was either deeper or something. I don't know. But I've never seen a sty before. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It's not uncomfortable. It's just ugly. That's all. I don't know. I don't know why I get them. I mean, I don't get them, like I said, I don't get them super often. I haven't worn makeup in a month. I haven't worn mascara since I got it. So I don't wear makeup now. And I always wash my makeup off every night. I think some people are just more prone to them. I don't know. But yeah, it's unlike any other sty I've ever had in the past. In the past, they would hurt and then just go away. This one doesn't hurt anymore, but it's just like there and is ugly. So I'm almost done with my antibiotics, my oral antibiotics. I think they have helped. I don't know if it was the antibiotics or just time, but I think by next week this should be gone. I've been taking a picture every day, and I do feel like it is going down. I can't tell if I'm just getting used to it or if it's going down. I can't quite tell. Me too. And I mean, if it comes to it, I might have to get surgery. The first thing they do is they try a steroid injection, and then if that doesn't work, they scoop it out. They give you anesthesia. If they'd have to, it's your eye. And apparently it doesn't hurt, from what I've read. I just want it gone. Like, that's how ugly this thing is. Like, I just scoop out my eyelid, just like, please. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, don't know what caused it. Probably, it was probably stress. I think I know what caused it, Lorraine. I flew 8 times last month. There was 2 flights to Turkey. I couldn't get a direct, and then I flew to Shizra, flew back from Shizra, took 2 flights to Paris, and then 1 back home. So I flew 6 times. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. Thank you. Yeah, I flew 6 times. Those 6 different flights. And I mean, some shorter than others. A couple of them were only like an hour long. But when you're on the plane, it's super dry, you know? And so I was thinking it was probably the flight, and I was in the desert, I was in the Middle East, super hot, jet lag, sleep, stress of the wedding. Yeah, I mean that's probably what caused it. But thank you for the congratulations. It was a big fat Kurdish wedding. 650 people. 650 people. It was massive. Maybe stress. Yeah, I think it was stress and the weather. Yeah, because it was so dry. Um, yeah, my lips were like constantly chapped. Yeah, really, it's a really dry heat there in the desert. Um, but yeah, hopefully this will be gone very soon. Yeah, Friday mornings when I have to see the doctor, and just hoping he doesn't like just send me away or give me more antibiotics or something. But anyway. It's so wonderful. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. I One of my best friends growing up. Oh God, yeah, the food is the best. I've always oddly like had friends in my life connected to France. One of my best friends growing up, she's still one of my best friends. Her mom was the French history professor at Cal, and she would go there on sabbatical in the summer and write her textbooks. She has a place in the Fifth. Her mom's passed now, rest in peace. I would not be surprised if that place in Paris has been squatted. My friend just didn't take care of it. Um, who knows? Actually, I don't really know the whole situation there. But yeah, there were all these opportunities for me to go to Paris when I was younger, and then they fell through. And I have a really good friend who has a place in Paris, and because I was so close, they let me stay at their place. Yeah. So when you have a place to stay and it's free, it's a quite affordable. It's surprisingly affordable for a big city. The food is so cheap. Like you don't tip. People don't tip. Is not a thing. In fact, when I do tip, I often get a dirty look from like when I first started going there from the waiters or the bartenders because they get paid really well. They get vacation time, they get sick days, they get 401ks. It's like insulting. Like why would I need a tip? Like why are you giving me this? You think I need this? It's very so it's like I like that attitude. It's like, yeah, my employer takes care of me. Why you think you need to take care of me? It's a good way of. It's like the government takes care of me. I work. Like it's how it should be. You know, they see it almost like an insult. Um, oh no, I hopped on hoping to see you back in your apartment for a reading to connect to a loved one. When will you be back again? Hope you're well today, love. Miss Dahlia, I am not back at my apartment, but I do have the tools that I can check on to see if I can contact your loved one. Would you like me to check for you? I'll check for you here, and if the person doesn't come through, we can check when I get back to my other place because sometimes there's energy differences too. But let's check now. It's free. Um, Let me go grab what I need to grab, and I'll be right back. I just need to know your loved one's name, their date of birth, their date of passing, and their relation to you. And if you have a photograph of them, that would be super awesome, but it's not mandatory. But if you do, and if you could send it to my Instagram or my email, that'd be awesome. Here's my email. And again, if you don't have one, it's fine. Or on my Instagram. Yeah. Okay, so I will be right back, love. One sec. All right, thank you, love. So, okay, his name, it was your grandpa. His name is Ray. June 19th, okay. Gemini. All right, love. Thank you so much. Okay, so I got my stuff. I'm gonna pause it just real quick, and we will see if we can get through. One moment, love. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot your name. Is your first name Dahlia? Is that the name that you go by? Dahlia's blooming. Is Dahlia your name, love? Dahlia's blooming. I need to know your name too, sweetheart. Oh, thank you. Thank you, love. Sydney. Sydney. Sorry, I forgot your name. Okay, thank you. Very helpful. Okay. Is that his kitty? Is that a kitty on his lap? So cute. Okay, I will be right back, love. Well, yes. Okay, so yesterday, yes, he is available. He is available. And right when I said that, my crystal dropped. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, one sec. Ugh. So, quick story. Yesterday, I had a client who wanted a mediumship, and I used, I checked in, and I couldn't get through to her loved one. And I was, is it because I'm here and not at my place? Is it because I'm using a different tool than I tipped in my normal one because I have two different ones? He came through. He came through. He came through for you. So now I'm wondering. I don't think it's the space. But in your case, your grandpa is available to communicate with you. I have chills up and down my thighs right now. And and thank you so much for sending the photograph. That it connected like immediately. I see him. He's here and would love to communicate with you. So if you want to do a mediumship, we can do that, and we can do it whenever you want. We can do it today. We can do it another day. But yeah, he is definitely available to communicate. So, and that was your childhood cat. Oh, I love kitties so much. That's why I'm actually at my parents' house. Our kitty is she's not doing too well, so I love kitties. Yay, I'm so excited. Please let me know how much to send you. I'd like to do it tonight. Absolutely, yeah. So it's if you donate with Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo, it's $35.35. If you need to use SuperChat, it's $50.50. So up to you, love. But yeah, when I saw that kitty, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, no, and I was just talking about my cat with Lorraine right when you popped on too. It's so interesting. And he passed last year. Okay, that might have been why I couldn't have gotten through to the person yesterday. I think the person yesterday might have reincarnated. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself now. But hi, Lydia. Welcome, welcome. How much is it for 1 to 2 questions? So if you would like one question, so my basic menu of readings is just posted at the bottom of the chat. For a 1 question reading, it is $7.77. If you want 2 questions, it's $14.14. Thank you so much. And thank you so very much, Sydney, for your donation, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and add you here and get started. You did. Thank you so much, love. Thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, so there's not too many people in the room, but just to let everyone know, we are doing a mediumship right now. I don't mind when people comment or chat to people during other readings, but during mediumship readings, until I'm done with the reading, if you do have comments, keep them to yourself while I'm reading, and if you do have comments, make sure they're respectful, kind, and loving. If they are not, you are out. You're 86th. So, but I've never had that problem with anyone. You guys are all so respectful. But I always just like to let people know that we're doing a mediumship right now. So let's be extra respectful as we turn on the light here. Actually, sorry. 1 second. Let me just grab my water and then we will commence. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages you have for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages you have for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages you have for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Ray, please come through with any and all messages for your granddaughter, Sydney. All right, love. Three of Wands reversed, the Tower, Queen of Swords. Oh, Sydney, what is your sign? Two of Wands, Five of Swords reversed, Nine of Wands reversed, Five of Cups, Knight of Swords. You're an Aries. Okay. Page of Swords, Four of Swords, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay. All right, Ray. Lot of swords here, Ray. So right off the bat, and this is a pretty common one with a lot of mediumships that I do, right out of the just right off the bat, he loves you, just wants to let you know he's watching over you, always does. I believe. Does he ever come to you in your dreams or anything like that? He's really like, that's the first thing he wants to say just right out the gate is he still loves you so much, he will never stop loving you, and he watches over you like a hawk. Yes, frequently, all the time. Yeah. So and that was part of what I was getting when I asked for his communication from you, was like, yes, like it was almost like I forget how he put it, but it was like, yes, another way to communicate. Like any way I can communicate with her, like I will take that way. He speaks to me over the course of dreams. We continue conversations. It's odd. That's not odd. That totally makes sense. And I also see it here in the other cards as well. Yeah, that completely makes sense. That completely makes sense. I'm getting chill. Now I'm getting chills at my arms. They were going down my legs. Now they're going at my arms. And he also wants to tell you, I don't know if you've been dealing with self-esteem issues or issues of lack of self-belief. But he wants to remind you that despite life's trials and tribulations and difficulties, and despite what life throws at you, it's often the strongest of us who feel weak. It's okay to feel weak. Doesn't mean that you're not strong. Like I just said, it's often the strongest of us who do feel weak, because we actually stand our ground and are strong and maintain our boundaries and defend ourselves. Yeah, definitely self-esteem issues is a good way to put it. Yeah. Belief, self-belief, definitely, like you got to believe in yourself. He wants you so badly to believe in yourself as he believes in you. He wants you to see yourself as he sees you and has always seen you. And there may also be, I'm also getting some messages. This is definitely a grandpa who loves his granddaughter so much messages. Like he definitely has some like, have you been having issues with procrastination? Like, is there like a certain project or like a goal that you've been wanting to achieve that you've been kind of putting off a little bit? Because this Three of Wands. These are all very individual like messages that I'm seeing in this one column, but this Three of Wands reversed is well, the context that I'm getting from him right now is time. Not so much that time is of the essence. It's not like rush into things, but time is precious. Time is precious and should not be wasted. And he's not accusing you of wasting your time, but he would like to see more action. This happens a lot in mediumship readings. If we're talking to a loved one, especially a family member, you know how they are with us. You know, they want what's best for us, and they tell us like it is. You know, yeah, I procrastinate with most things, but mostly my career choice. Finishing projects that I think could land me in the career I want. I've always been a writer and never finished projects. You're a writer. That's so cool, girl. I am a writer myself. Fellow writer club. You write fiction or... I started with fiction, and then I did copywriting for a while, thinking about getting back into that, maybe some freelance copywriting, but not it's kind of getting a little difficult with AI. But yeah, we definitely still need writers, and if you're writing creatively, I highly recommend getting into that. It's I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with like Book Talk and like. Yeah, people are getting back into reading again, which is fantastic, especially with the illiteracy issue in this country with children. But yeah, no, there are definitely, I don't know if you write like a niche type of if there's like a niche that you write in or something like that, but definitely go forth. Definitely go forth. Which can be hard as a creative. And especially as a writer, one of the best quotes that I've heard about writing is from the singer Janice Ian, when she was writing her autobiography. It's tough because, especially with any kind of art, but especially with writing, I can't tell you how many times I've sat down to write and I don't like anything that I've written, and so I just delete it all. But that's okay. Just sit but what she says is just sit butt down and write. Just write. Just get. And I think Ethan Hawke said something similar. A lot of writers have said the same thing. Just write. Even if it's just like, yeah, my creative writing teacher is just like free flow. Even if it's just like gobbledygook, just write down. Write. I write all sorts of things. I actually wrote a letter for him that I read to him on his deathbed, and it's the writing piece I'm most proud of. I shared it on my Insta for his anniversary today. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful love. And it's interesting that we're talking about this because I actually have two ideas for two writing projects. Children's books actually that I came up with recently. And yeah, it's about just getting started with that. And that's so beautiful, the letter that you wrote for him. And yeah, that's absolutely beautiful, very touching. And we've got this Tower, Five of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, yeah, this is, I don't know if you're feeling like you're in a stagnant place right now. People often see the Tower and get scared and they're like, oh. I don't see the Tower as a scary card. I don't see it as a bad or a good card. I see it just as a card of like things need to be shaken up. And it will get you out of, it'll get you out of a feeling of stagnation. I don't see something falling to you. I don't see you having a Tower moment. What I'm getting, the energy that I'm getting from Ray, from your grandpa here, is to get moving with things. I wasn't going to, but yesterday I saw someone at work I haven't seen since high school. His dad died and he reached out after Pepe died. So to see him sparked me to share it for others, to see. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. I love that. I love that. That's really moving. That's really moving, love. Yeah, you've clearly really got a really amazing gift. And what your Pepe fears is you having regrets if you don't move forward in certain directions creatively. If you don't expand upon the things that you've already written, if you don't continue being as prolific as you can possibly be. Again, even if you're just writing down things that you don't like and end up deleting them, you can usually find something from that you would like if you are in a creative funk. And creative blocks are interesting too. Some people have them and they last years. Some people have them and it'll last like a week and then they get out of it. That's kind of how it is for me. I go through like ups and downs. It's not so much like a permanent thing. And he's not saying that you're in a creative block. It's not that you're in a creative block. It's more in a time to get things moving and shaken. Write more. Try to get things published. Promote yourself as much as possible. Because you can make money from this. You can absolutely make money from this. This Ace of Pentacles, this is a new beginning, and not any kind of new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles is my favorite of all the aces. It's the beginning of a solid-ass foundation. And not just a solid-ass foundation, but pentacles, money, coin. This is the start of a new career. There is absolutely financial gain to be had. Sorry, love, my surface is buffering. Just gotta catch up real quick. No problem, no problem. I can give it. I can wait just a couple seconds. I'll stop talking for. I'll analyze and let you catch up for a moment. All right, and we've got this Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're a smart cookie, girl. You are a smart, smart girl. You're very, very bright, and you've got a lot of wonderful ideas. This Knight of Swords is right here in the center. You've got so many wonderful ideas, and you have a really good perspective on life in general. And I think as a writer, as an artist, and especially as a writer, I think that is crucial. I majored in literature in college, and I was initially going to do creative writing, and I switched to this English literature. And I remember like thinking, or not thinking to myself, but yeah, like realizing when I was in college, or even in high school, just how important it is for at least my favorite writers to have a really good idea, a keen sense of life itself and the human condition, and not just a small contained idea of that, but you have a very wide breadth of knowledge of the human condition, and what it means to because that's how people relate to art. That's what makes art good. Is in my opinion, the best art is art that can resonate with the most amount of people. It's a universal language, and I think that the most talented artists in this world are the most fluent in that language, that analogous language there. And in this sense, we mean this literally. You're a writer, but you have just an excellent perspective on the world and human beings in general. You have a really keen sense of reading people with this Queen of Swords here, especially. A really good sense of reading people's character and energies. I agree, the best art touches those who encounter it. The letter I wrote for him was absolution in a sense. He carries a lot of pain and regret, and the greatest gift I could give was forgiveness. Sharing that with others was important to me. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh. Yeah, absolutely. When people can relate and can share with that, it's priceless. It's really moving. Yeah, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, and then Seven of Wands here, standing for what's important in your life, and not standing for what's important in your life, but doing what needs to be done in order to demonstrate and exemplify what you value and what you see as right and wrong, and what is important and what is necessary, and the message that you feel would be beneficial for the world to hear. Defending your stance, and definitely speaking your voice. And there's so many pieces of writing that have changed history and changed. I mean, like, I think one of the best examples would be Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe. I don't know if you ever read that, but yes, it was written by a white woman. If it had been written by a man, I don't know if it would have been as effective, because it absolutely humanized slavery And I'm getting chills thinking about it. I just love that book so much, and I love what it did, and it absolutely, did it change everyone's mind? No, but it changed so many people's perspectives. And then abolition. Um, Harriet Beecher Stowe had a huge part of that in making that, and facilitating that. So that, I think that's a really good example of, like, when you see something wrong in the world, you can interpret it in art and show the world what's right, what's wrong. That's been my major path right now since he died, speaking up and actually saying what's on my mind. I haven't read that, but I haven't read it in years, but yeah, it was, I went through it so fast. It was required reading for me, but the characters in it are just so, it's a fast read. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Beautiful book. But yeah, speaking your mind, absolutely, speaking your voice. And I see this here with this Page of Swords. This is absolutely your voice. This is going forth. And with this Two of Wands here, what I'm hearing from Ray is, you have there's different paths that we can take in life, and that there's one that you definitely want to embark on, that you already have embarked on, but can go further. Page of Swords is digging deeper, going further. Hey Lux, yes, I am still taking readings. If you would like a reading, absolutely, I'd love to read for you. Thank you. And I'm currently doing a mediumship right now for Miss Sydney. Thank you. But if you donated, you would be next. Thank you. So this Two of Wands, yes, we have many paths that we can take in life, but the path that you want to take, you should continue going down and explore it deeper. This Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is definitely the one that gets deep, really looks into things, and really explores and expresses, uses your sword. Your sword is your voice, girl. The sword is the realm of the mind, but I always say that the sword is one's voice. And we've got the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords. I even told you at the beginning, I was like, all these swords here, all these swords. But we do have this Five of Pentacles right at the end here, and this to me is, or to Ray, what I'm getting from Ray is similar to this Five of Cups that I saw earlier, that if you don't really put your all into your writing, or as much as you can into your writing, then there's a possibility, there's a big possibility that you will have regrets. I mean, we have this Ace of Pentacles, which is the start of making money, the start of making some good money, and for a long time, for a sustained amount of time. The Five of Pentacles is poverty, loss, abandonment. Don't abandon, and you're not going to, I don't think you intend on abandoning writing, but putting yourself deeper into your writing, getting more involved into it, will prevent you from slipping into possibly abandoning it. Not entirely, but not putting as much focus on it as Ray would like you to. I'm an Aries, but I am dominated by air and Gemini. Pepe was a Gemini and air dominant as well. I knew you. I knew it. I was gonna say I don't get. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, Lux. Let me add you right here. You are next, sweetheart. I'm doing a mediumship right now for Miss Sydney. Thank you. I was just gonna say I don't really get Aries energy from you. I was getting air energy from you with all these swords. I'm an Aquarius with a Gemini moon, Libra rising. and Gemini all over my charts. So I was feeling Gemini for you for sure, and especially with the Knight of Swords in the center. I know that Pepe was a Gemini, but I was getting that energy as well. I like that you mentioned that for sure. And then we have, yeah, this is where we get, okay, this Five of Swords reversed, Four of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. You mentioned forgiveness here. I also have, oh, you also have a Gemini moon. Oh, hey, get that. You mentioned forgiveness here. I don't know if you were talking about your friend or if you were talking about Ray. But in general, the energy that I'm getting from this is from your Pepe is, of course, you will continue to miss one another until you're rejoined again on the other side. But in the meantime, it's okay for you to still feel sad and feel grief. Oh, sorry. Oh, forgiveness in the letter. Sorry. Oh, no, you're all good. You're all good. It's okay to feel sad and feel grief, but he doesn't, he doesn't want you to focus on the sadness and the grief. He wants to focus on the fact that he is really always here with you. And you don't need to go through me, girl, because as I picked up and as you told me, this Four of Swords, he comes to you in your dreams, and he will continue to come to you in your dreams. That is something that he is standing by. It is not, you're not imagining anything. And I will tell you, girl, it saddens me sometimes. I've given readings for people and they'll be like, oh, I had a dream about my friend or my relative that had passed away. I've been dreaming about them a lot. Are they coming to me in my dreams? And I've had some readings where sadly I had to say, no, it's actually not them. I'm not getting their energy. It doesn't mean that they're not watching over you. It just means that they likely can't reach you in your dreams. Because sometimes our dreams are just us processing our subconscious. Sometimes that's a lot of what our dreams are, but not all of them. There absolutely are prophetic dreams. There absolutely are dreams where we connect to spirits who have passed on, to loved ones. Absolutely. And this is one of those times where, like, you knew it was real. I know it's real. There was no doubt, that, and you didn't come to me asking, like, am I really, like, is this really him in my dreams? Like, you know it. I know it. He's telling me, like, it's very, very real. Nothing that you're imagining at all. He is definitely in communication with you. In the fact that he can meet me in my dreams only a him thing, or do both of us have to be open to it? I hope that makes sense. Like, I'm intuitive enough to meet him there. I do worry a lot that my dreams of him are just my brain preserving our relationship. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So I didn't know that you were doubting that. I want to abate you of that doubt. No, because that's what I'm seeing here is, and he's saying no. When I'm in her dreams, I'm in her dreams. She's not imagining it. It's not just her brain trying to comfort her. It's me. I'm here comforting her. But I can't explain certain things, and things he said to me in my dreams or told me precisely. I think that's a good example of why. Another example of, I'm hearing it directly from him. Like, yeah, I come to her in her dreams. Absolutely, that's me. That he claims that's him. That is him. And yeah, he has the ability to do it, just as you have the ability to communicate when you're in your dream sleep, when you're in your dream state with him. Possibly something that you may have inherited from him. With him having that ability, So I can firmly, I can say with absolute confidence that you are not, that it's not something that you're imagining, that it's indeed him. Which I'm so happy to say, because I do have to tell people sometimes that, they can come, sometimes like I've had to tell clients, like, it doesn't mean that they can't or won't come to you in your dreams, but the dream you had the other night wasn't what you thought it was, and that sucks, having to tell people that. But I also don't lie. I can't lie. So, but this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing is, yeah, those dreams are very, very real, and with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, yeah, this is definitely a matter of you guys both having that empathic sense, that intuitive sense, that deep connection to spirit, the spirit world, and this is something that you can rely on. You can rely on in your ability to communicate with him through your dreams, and know that it's the real deal. I know my best friend passed away about 15 years ago, and when she, right when she passed away, she was coming to me in my dreams a lot, and then she stopped for about 5 years, and then she started coming back again. So I don't know what happened there, if she was working on something on the other side or what, but even if you don't hear from him for maybe a little while, he will come back. But I don't even think it's going to be a case of that. I feel like this is going to be a sustained thing between you and him in your dream world. I chose to contact him today because it's his 1-year death anniversary. I'm unsure if that matters, but it felt meaningful, or like he'd be closer to. That is meaningful. Yeah, that went right over my head. You told me, yeah, you just told me that you posted what you wrote for him on your Instagram because today was the anniversary of his passing, the 1-year anniversary. That is significant. That is very significant. And he came through so quickly, girl. He came through so fast. Sometimes it takes a little while for me to get into contact with someone, but it was just like bam, like he was ready. Like he was like, "Yep, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this." Like, so yeah, watching you like a hawk, love, and definitely in communication with you. That is not something that you need to doubt, or not need, or that you should doubt. But I totally understand that too. I've had my doubts as well with my dreams. But I can confirm you're not. It's very real, very real. Yeah. But yeah, I do think that the fact that it's his anniversary is very significant. Yeah, he was ready. He was so ready. So he was so quick. And thank you so much, Ray. Thank you so much, Ray, for coming through. For Sydney. Thank you. And thank you so much, Sydney. I really, really appreciate you, love. I really hope that this resonated with you, and brought you some extra clarity, extra communication with him. And yeah, thank you so much, love. I'm honored to read for everybody, for everyone's readings, but especially for mediumships, it's very much an honor that people trust me and with their loved ones, and help me share my gift. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you, love. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you. That is one of the kindest things. Thank you so much, love. That is very moving. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. And yeah, much love and light to you. And you have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, love. All right. Miss Lux. Lux, thank you for your donation. Um, Miss Lux, thank you for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Miss Lux, Lux Bang, please come to the chat. It is your turn. Thank you. Hello, love. I had to walk away from the... Oh, you're all good. You're all good. Thank you for being here. How can I help you? Okay, so I don't know if you remember, but I finally met the guy I was talking to online in person. Flew out Saturday, came back early this morning. Landed. I do remember you telling me about Landon. I do. Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was like, so my 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 interest is definitely piqued here. Sorry, I'm like such an error. Okay, today's Wednesday. Okay, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So you're there for 5 days. Okay, okay. I just kind of want a general reading on the energies. Everything went great, and we actually made it official. Congrats, girl! But I can't help but have trust issues on his real intentions and his ability to be faithful. Yeah, I hear you. It's exciting, but it's scary with new relationships. Um, so would you like me to do, considering the almost 3,000 mile distance? Yeah, any new relationship, there's always that excitement and that fear. But I was just gonna mention too, when there's distance added to it, yeah, compounded. Would you want me to do the thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread. See where he's at? Then we could get his thoughts, his feelings, his intentions, his general energies, get the whole shebang. You want to do that? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? And I'm sorry, love, what's your sign again? And what's his, oh, he's a Cancer. And what was your sign again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Landon's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Lux? You're a Capricorn and he's a Cancer. You got it. Okay. 7 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles reversed. 4 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. And Judgment. Doesn't look too bad at all. This looks pretty solid, girl. This looks quite solid. We'll start with your general energies first with the 7 of Cups. I'm not just saying this because I said it at the beginning, but 7 of Cups is wish fulfillment, but it's also analyzing, like you've come to a decision. You've made a romantic decision. You guys are official now. But you are still looking you're looking at the big picture. You're doing your best to look at the big picture, and you're excited and you're optimistic, but you're also, smart and have your boundaries and know that not everyone can be trusted. His general energies, we have Judgment. This is a big deal for him. This was a big deal. He was very serious about making it official with you. This was also an assessment for him. He wanted to meet you in person because he just like I was saying, it's so important to know, to actually, it's so different when you actually see the person in face to face. And those 5 or 6 days that you guys spent together, I'm assuming they were great. Was he, I don't want to say he was being judgmental because I don't like that term, but he was assessing, everything that you guys spoke about and did and etc. And he liked what he saw. He's like, wow, this is really the real deal. The only card I'm not crazy about here is his thoughts. We have the 8 of Pentacles reversed, but I think I know what he's thinking here. It's not that he doesn't want to put the work into this connection. It's that he doesn't know not how easy it's going to be, but how feasible it's going to be to maintain this connection with the distance, because it is going to take work, and it's going to take not just work in the sense of flying out to each other, etc., but also working around one's work schedule. I think you told me that you have a very free work schedule. I don't know so much with him. So it may not be so much about work itself, but the actual logistics of things with the distance. And again, the energy I'm getting from this is not him not wanting to put in the work. Nay, he does. It's just he's wondering how feasible, how possible it would be for this to be a sustained long-term connection. His feelings right now, we have the Four of Swords. You are absolutely on his mind. I would be absolutely shocked if he wasn't thinking about you at this very moment, and has been thinking about you pretty much since you've left, and thinking about and feeling the feels. He definitely has feelings for you. And he's also in this Eight of Pentacles reversed, where he's like, it's not that he doesn't want to put in the work, he doesn't know, he's trying to figure out how feasible it would be. That's part of this Four of Swords, is he's thinking. The gears are going. He's definitely thinking to himself, like, okay, like, if I could do this, like, maybe I could see her more often, or if we do that, we could make this work. Like, he is coming up with possible solutions, to how to make this a more seamless connection. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of trouble. Availability and money on his end. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's more on his end as opposed, not so much on your end. I mean, you were the one that was able to fly out to him, you know. I feel like he's more bound to his actual, like, not that you're not bound to your work, but it sounds like you're like your own boss, whereas he's not so much. Or maybe not even so much that, but it's just there's less flexibility in his work. His intentions towards you, we have the Wheel of Fortune. He intends to keep this going. He's not, oh, I just gotta chill. Good chill. He knows he wants this to continue. He's not entirely sure as to how. Now, if he was the Capricorn, this would be very difficult. I've dated Capricorn, especially Capricorn guys, and they can be, unless every logistic is sorted out, they don't take that chance. Him being a Cancer, a little more on the romantic side. Not saying Capricorns aren't romantic, because they are, but Cancers are very, very watery, romantic, and they're more the type to take the chance and figure out the logistics later, like just having faith that things will work out, that fortune will be on your side. But yeah, he definitely wants this to continue. He's not sure how in every detail at this time, but he's absolutely like making lists and trying to like really figure out, like, I really want to keep this girl, like I really want this girl in my life, I really want us to sustain this, despite the distance. So you definitely both made, I think you both made really, really good impressions on one another. And I can see two people that really, really like each other. He's also double Leo in Mercury, Gemini, and Sagittarius Mars, so he just goes off risk, do now, figure it out later. Yeah, very much. He's also a double Leo. Yeah, oh yeah, I see faithfulness. Yeah, no, I don't know. I see nothing. No, I don't see anything about him. There's nothing, I don't see anything. I mean, we didn't ask if he was unfaithful, but if he had intentions of being unfaithful, it would have shown. I'm not seeing anything about infidelity here, or other women, even. No. Yeah, he's really smitten by you. So wait, he's a Leo or a Cancer? Oh, rising Leo. Oh, gotcha. Rising and moon and Leo. Gotcha. Oh, okay, yeah. And then Cancer. So, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Romantic and it's and with the Leo, yeah, it's like just like get this done. We'll figure out the logistics later because we can do this. Yeah, yeah. I like this energy a lot. I do. I really do. Um, of course, there's no promise that the logistics can be sorted out, but his determination is off the charts. Like, I really think that even like the most difficult obstacles, you guys will be able to find a solution to. Um, yes, this is beautiful. This is really nice energy. It is really nice to hear. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you guys got to meet in person and it was such good energy and you guys are official. Yeah, definitely not getting any energy from other women. Um, yeah, that didn't even didn't come up once, didn't cross my mind at all. Um, yeah, no, I see a man who's very smitten with you and really wants to make this work. Um, wants something serious and long term. Wants something for the long haul. With that wheel of fortune, he wants you to be his fortune. So yeah, no, this is good. This is good stuff, girl. This is good. I'm happy for you. Um, I still totally stand with you with, you know, being, not completely putting 100% trust immediately into someone, but this guy's a trustworthy guy. I wouldn't worry. Of course, keep your eyes peeled and still stay cautious. In the as things are new, but I have a feeling that I have a feeling you guys you'll both be at a place where you're pretty like very certain about where you guys stand in your future. Not too far from now, I think it'll happen pretty soon. With all that Leo in his chart, they move quickly. They don't waste time. They don't waste time, and he didn't. He made you his like immediately, um, and then they sort out the details later. And they do, and they're good at it too. So yeah, you're so welcome. You are so welcome, love. I'm very very happy for you, and yeah, really really excited to see how this turns out. Much love and light to you, girl. Thank you. All right, so let's see. So I've been on for almost 3 hours now, so I'm going to do a last call for donations. If anyone has a question they would like to ask, I am here for you. But it is last call for donations. Yeah, I'm loving it too. I'm loving it too, Lux. It's good. It's good energy. It's exactly what I would have wanted to hear if I had asked the same question. Yeah. Good stuff. Yay, summer love. So many of my clients are in new relationships, like, and I remember telling a lot of my clients, like, earlier in the year, I'm like, I feel like there's a summer of love coming, and yeah, no, I know quite a few people who have started new relationships in the past few weeks. It's really nice. People getting married, too, people having babies. It's awesome. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you so very much. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you. You can just send your donation in or just type in the chat. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you. Last call for all donations this evening. Thank you very much. Last call, last call, last call for all donations tonight. All right, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so very, very much. Much love and light to all of you, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.